Hi there, welcome to Last Dart TV. I'm Alex Mack, thanks for tuning in. This video will discuss the PDC World Series of darts, a series of tournaments that take place all around the world and that have a tournament at the end to crown the World Series of Darts champion. Beginning in 2013, this was part of the effort to make the game of darts, and certainly the PDC name, a global brand. The vast majority of the tournaments take place in the UK and Germany. There is the European tour, so they go to different parts of Europe. There's a tournament in America, there's a tournament in Ireland, but generally speaking, almost all the tournaments are in England, a couple in Germany, and so the rest of the world, not only the players from those places who want to play, but also darts fans who live around the world. You know, there's a lot of displaced Brits and things like that who love going to the darts. And if you live in a foreign country, often that can be quite difficult. The World Series of Darts itches that scratch. People can go, if you live in the UAE, as we just, not the UAE rather, Saudi Arabia, which was the tournament that we just had, and Bahrain, which we've just had as well as going down under. Loads and loads of good Aussie players and Kiwi players. They don't get the chance to come over to play in the European tournaments or the qualifiers because they live so far away. So this was the PDC's answer to giving those players some sort of access. So yes, starting in 2013, it's been to a bunch of different places. I've got a few screens in front of me here. The tournament has been to many countries. It's changed over the years. The reason I said Dubai or the UAE, the very first tournament for the World Series of Darts happened in Dubai. It has changed a little bit. This season has 7 tournaments. The final in the last couple of years has always taken place in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, but we've already had the Bahrain Masters and the Saudi Masters. They are going in June to Copenhagen. Then they're headed to New York City for the US Masters. They then go down under, or Antipodean, however you want to call it, not down under. The Kiwis will get offended. They play in Auckland in August, and then they go to Wollongong in Australia. And then the finals are the 17th to the 20th of September in Amsterdam. How do you qualify for that? So the 8 representatives, so this isn't like a big tour thing. You get it by virtue of your rank, usually anyway. The top 8 players, usually the top 8 by the PDC ranking. If there is a kind of piece of hot property, someone's absolutely on fire, they might get invited, but it's generally the top 8. They make up fields of 16, so there'll be 8 other players. Now, the Bahrain and Saudi Masters are a little bit unusual, because they don't field 8 of their own players. So the Bahrain Masters, there's Saeed. They've got 2 guys who are pretty good, who always play, but they don't have the depth to fill out the field. So they often invite East Asian players. So there was lots of the top Japanese players over there, including Nitin Kumar of India, who I hope I can call a friend of mine. I know him from my time in Dubai. Hell of a nice guy. If you see him on the TV, give him your support. Super nice guy, super good player. Saudi, the same. As they've done in quite a few sports, they throw a little bit of money at it, and they host a lot of tournaments. So I don't think they've produced a player who can compete quite yet. Maybe that will happen in the future, but it was again a bunch of players from the East Asian tour. Oh, was that the one Nitin played in? I might have got it the wrong way around. But yeah, when you go to the Nordic Masters, you're talking about the Baltic countries, so Lucky D from Lithuania, Madars Razbar from Latvia, etc., etc., the Finns and the Swedes and the Danes. I don't think the Norwegians have got a player that will qualify. Anyway, they have a qualifier of their Nordic section, and they produce a field. The Americans do the same thing. They might include, I don't know, Diego Portela, whatever, the Brazilians, they get a chance to play in those. So anyway, it is an invite tournament, but you still have to win your games. It's a field of 16, and you get a number of points. You do get prize money, but it's not ranking money. And you get points that go towards the table that make up the 8-man field in Amsterdam at the end of the season. So if you win the tournament, you get 12. If you come second, you get 8. If you come third, or you get to the semis, I should say, so 2 people get 5, 4 people get 3 points if they win a match and get to the quarters, and if you're there, you get 1. Okay, so that's the World Series of Darts breakdown. We've already seen some absolutely world-class darts. MVG won in Bahrain, and Luke Littler recently won in Saudi Arabia. I'm actually going to make a video today on those tournaments. I'll mention it in the other video. It is actually Luke Littler's birthday today. It's the 21st of January 2026. He's 19 today. He's already won 5 World Series titles. Just that type of tournament, he's already won 5. Quite amazing. MVG, by the way, is the reigning champion from last year. So he's still a tremendous player. He actually got to the final. He won the first one in Bahrain, got to the final yesterday. It didn't quite work out, but he played very, very well. So that's it. World Series of Darts breakdown. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Leave a comment, leave a query. Help me out. I'm hoping you can see I've got my microphone here. I'm hoping the sound is a little bit better. If you've got any sort of hints or tips in that direction, please tell me what they are. Okay, thanks for watching Last Dart TV. See you later. Bye-bye.